Cold and snowy blast means local snowmobilers are getting a late start on area trails. News 4's Brian Shaw has the story.
Snowmobile season is already a third of the way through, and for the first time this year, this week's snow is allowing many snowmobilers to get out on the trails. Like the ski resorts, though, the snowmobile trails are better when they have a frozen ground or can get a good base of snow.
A lot of mud out on the trails. We're kind of sticking to the yard and the fields right here by home. And we had our Snowmob Christmas party last night, and there was a lot of sleds covered with mud last night. So we're going to wait for a little colder weather for the trails to freeze up and make them better for riding and grooming.
Bernard is part of the Marilla Snowmob Snowmobile Club. The snowmobile clubs then form the Erie County Federation, which map out and maintain the trails. Bernard stresses staying on the marked trails and not littering.
A lot of these go across crops. These trails are on crops and people's lawns, and then their lawns are getting tore up, or we're doing crop damage to the farmers' fields. So the state teaches that we should have at least 3 inches of snow or more, and that's a good rule to go by. To respect them is the reason we have trails, and to not respect it, then we lose trails, and then you're stuck riding just in your yard. What good is that?
Safety is another reason to stay on the trails and going at an easy pace, especially if you're unfamiliar with the area. Having the right equipment is also necessary.
Well, you got to get the proper gear, clothing, helmet, and gloves to stay warm first off, and then you got to register the sled if you're going to be leaving your own property.
Registration for the snow mob is down, but is expected to pick up as they get more snow. The money for the registration goes back to the clubs to maintain and groom the trails. Brian Shaw, News 4.